Talk to me about the difference quality of leads between Google, Bing, Facebook, and Instagram.
So a lot of people will come to us and say, I don't want to run Facebook. I don't want to run Instagram. The quality is terrible. It's awful. And that's because a lot of people will run what's called an on Facebook lead form, where people will click an ad. In that ad, a form will pop up. It will autofill all their information and they'll hit submit. And the conversion rate on those are like 1% to 2%. But if you actually have somebody click an ad, come to a website, optimize for the form fill on a website, then the quality of that lead increases a lot. I would say on Facebook, you're pretty average. Like you're sitting maybe more like 8 to 10%, where on Google, you are hitting that 12 to 15%. But on Facebook, you're getting a lot more awareness and a lot more reach for your money. Whereas on Google, say you have a $50 a day budget, and Google's cost per click. So you're bidding head to head with people. And a click in your area is $25. After 2 clicks, you're clicked out for the day. Granted, though, if you get a lead from Google, the close rate on those can be much higher, just because the intent is much higher. So
that's what we experience. We experience on the Facebook, because we're doing all online marketing. Facebook leads, there's a lot of them, but there's a lot of wood. There's a lot of tire kickers. There's a lot of buyers, even though it's a lead that we're trying to buy their property. It's a lot of Hispanic buyers that are looking to buy properties. And we've optimized the shit out of it. We're still getting a large percentage of those leads that are just like dead wood. But we notice the ones that come in off of Google, they're more costly to get, but they're more profitable at the same time.
Yeah, Bing is actually an outlier there. The theory there was that, like, we started noticing when we were going to a lot of the houses we get in Pittsburgh are hoarder houses, and everyone had a Microsoft computer. Rarely did we ever see an Apple computer in these houses, which tells us that the search engine that's installed on a Microsoft computer naturally is Bing.
Yep.
So we started bidding on Bing, and here the lead cost is cheaper on Bing, and the conversion rate holds true to Google. It's just the volume isn't always there. You can't push down as hard on Bing as you can on Google or Facebook. So it's just playing that game where in your area, you might only be able to spend $1,500 on Google versus you might be able to spend $10,000 on Google. I mean, $1,500 on Bing, $10,000 on Google.
On Google, right. Talk to me about, so you had the lead done for you services, you're generating the leads. You mentioned something about emailing, texting. Talk about that wrapped up in the platform. What do you do with that?
So yeah, we actually white label a CRM, very transparent about it. It's called Go High Level, but we took it and customized it for real estate investors, where it has all of your specific columns like lead in, appointment set, dead lead, contract sent, all that. But on the back end, we set it up because sometimes leads will come in at 1, 2 in the morning. And if they come in, then it's kind of speed to close is how we look at it in this industry, especially how hot the market is. We actually send them a text message out with an appointment with a link to our calendar that says, hey, saw that you filled out a form on our website. We'd love to talk about buying your house for cash. Please book a call here. So we're trying to get them to book that call in order to like set in stone in their mind, hey, I don't need to contact anybody else. I got this call booked with them. Let me talk with them first. And then we actually have a cycle for the people that we don't contact, that we can't get a hold of. They'll go into like a 90-day drip sequence where every 2 days they'll get hit with a text, every 3 days email, all of that. And we've had leads come back from there just out of nowhere. Sometimes people just aren't ready to buy when you're talking to them.
Yeah, it depends on where they're at in the seller pain continuum. Talk to me about that text to appointment. Do you have any stats to show what your conversion is from the text going out to them actually booking appointments? Is it a 5% that book, 10%? What does that look like?
So the text if they fill out a long form, if they fill out a long form, about 30% of people that fill out a long form will actually book an appointment. Of the people that book an appointment, you have about a 40% close rate on those deals.
So I just want to clarify, are they booking appointments from the text that's going out, the automatic text?
Well, how we set up sites too, clear on this, is that after they fill out the step 2 form, we then take them to a thank you page that has the option to book an appointment as well with us. And we don't optimize for that booked appointment because it's too costly to usually, but we give them the option. And then when they go to Calendly, we actually reiterate some questions in there, like just to confirm this house is not listed with a realtor. Just confirm, what is the time frame you were trying to sell this house in?
You are really taking them through a huge funnel, like a lot of layers, man.
Yeah, that way we just know, like, hey, because especially the time on our calendar, like we look at like what we can make per hour doing what we do, like take that into account. Like the time on our calendar is so valuable. So if they're going to book on our calendar, they need to be vetted. So that's how we look at it.
So the follow-up question to this is, what's the fallout ratio with people that book your calendar and actually don't show up?
So so it depends how you position that calendar. So we position it in a way that book an appointment for us to come view your property. So you're booking an appointment.
Not over the phone, it's at the house.
Yes, it's at the house for us to be there in person. Now we have guys that can't be there in person and they'll book for the call and all of that, or they want to talk to somebody before they go there. But we know that, like, hey, if this comes in our zip code, because we're very specific, like I said, on those 2 zip codes, we want to be in front of that person. We know most likely we can sell them if we're in front of that person. So if they book that appointment and we go there, it's usually, and it makes sense for us, it's usually a done deal.
You're closing.
Yeah, because we also offer, like, when we go make our offers, we're usually doing 3 offers up front, versus like a traditional, like, hey, we're just going to buy it for cash. We're doing something like, you hold the note, and we'll give you full asking price. Or you hold the note for 5 years with a balloon payment at the end, and we'll give you 10,000 off your asking, or a straight cash offer at X. What we've realized is that they're just so stressed usually in these situations that they feel like the ball's back in their court. We don't care what option you take. We know that they're most likely going to take the cash option, and that's the route we go. But it helped our close rate a lot.